Hi, it's Jane Mason here from Virtuous Bread. You can't see me, but in this video, I'm going to show you how to shape the raisin wheels. Now, the raisin wheels are something that I particularly like. It's a shape that I really like. I love the texture. I love what they look like. You can do this with sort of any size of dough and any kind of dough to make any kind of loaf that you want. It's just a particularly lovely shape. But what I'm going to do today is use the shape to make the raisin wheels. So you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a dough scraper. You're going to need your dough that's all been divided up into the sizes that you want. And mine are here blobs of about 350 grams each. And you're going to need a tray that's lined with nonstick parchment. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to do it. So I have a bag of flour at my feet, and I'm going to take this blob of dough, and firstly I'm going to shape it into a bit of a tight ball. Okay, so it's sitting on a floury surface. Okay, and I'm going to, this isn't the final shape, it's just an intermediary shape, but you see the difference between this when it's all shaped, and I'm going to move it now just over here in the back to rest while I do the next one. And I'm going to have to put a little bit of flour down on the surface and move my dough there. Okay, right? So there we've got a blob, just checking, yes. And I don't even need my scraper for this, to be honest. I can do this with my hand. But definitely when you're moving the blobs around, it is handy to have a scraper, okay? So there we go. Okay, again, you don't need your scraper. You can just do this by hand. And what you're doing is tightening the ball up. Do you see how nice and tight that is? It feels like a little footstool. So again, I'm just gonna move that out of the way, let it rest, and get another blob, okay? So I'm gonna do 4 blobs all together. Okay, little stretch and fold, get some structure on your dough. Okay, roll it over, make your round shape. And if you find this dough needs to stick slightly to the surface so that it can tighten itself up, and try to be tempted not to add a ton of flour. Sticky dough is a little bit freaky if you have never dealt with it before, but if you work quickly and if your hands are not sticky, everything will work out just fine. Okay, so we've got 4 blobs. And now what I'm actually going to do is wash my hands. So you see my hands have dough on them. And if your hands are sticky, you will stick. Okay. So I just want to get the dough off my hands, dry my hands. Now I'm going to take my scraper to pick up one of the balls of dough, okay? And I'm going to pinch it in the middle to open it up, okay? And then I'm going to turn it inside out, see? And I'm going to lay it down. Well, this is where you could stick to it, but don't get frustrated, okay? Now I'm going to put some flour on my hands. Again, I'm not going to flour the dough, but I've got dry flour on my hands. Pick up another one, pinch it, open it, and turn it inside out. Right, so the floury side is down. Now, I'm going to be baking these all on one tray. And when they rise, that hole is going to close. So if you wanted the hole to stay open, you would have to make a much bigger sort of donut. And obviously it would need more space on the baking tray. So pinch, open, and turn inside out. Okay? And the final one, here we go. Pinch, open, and turn inside out. Okay, that one got a little messy. There we go. So that is how you shape the raisin wheels.